close. Okay, sorry.
Hey guys, what is up? It's Andrew. I am sorry about this setup. It took me so long to set up this camera on the tripod because we don't have a tripod. I'm in LA right now. If I'm crooked or if the background sucks, sorry. This is what you get right now, but I'm gonna go buy a tripod after this, so whatever. Today I'm gonna be telling a ridiculous story of something that happened to me in high school, and anyone I tell this story to literally cracks up because it's so ridiculous. I was one of those annoying kids in high school who had like the huge backpacks and like scooted around and like didn't drink till I was 21 and looked at all the bad kids like me. The kids would be like, "Are we gonna drink this weekend?" And I would be like, "Yeah, apple juice, I'm gonna drink." I was like the most annoying person in the world. The fact that I got suspended for snorting drugs is literally outrageous. So yeah, I guess we could just get right into it and you guys will hear. Let me just set the scene for how I looked in high school because I literally looked like a 5th grade lesbian all throughout high school. Here's a picture. I'm literally 15 in that picture. I'm a teenager. It's ridiculous. It all started when I was in 9th grade. It was my first year of high school and I was ready. Honestly, I heard all the stories about like freshman, what's it called? Freshman... 15? Oh. That's when you gain weight, me, every year. Freshman Friday. When like everyone like tortures the freshmen. Honestly, I heard about it all. I was ready for everything, but I was not ready to snort drugs.
Honestly, who would be? Let me know.
I can name quite a few people.
Okay, so not me or you.
I can name quite a few YouTubers.
The tea spills.
The last semester of my freshman year, I decided to take a class called robotics. I thought, hey, that would be cool. I'm a nerd. Let me make some robots. What no one told me when I signed up for this class is that every single heroin and crack addict in my whole entire school was in this class. It was in like this weird like janky wing in my school that literally all the high school dropouts just like hung out in. It was terrifying. Here's little Andrew Titty McGee walking through the high school like with my big backpack already, like with my pencils sharpened. I had no idea what I was getting myself into. There wound up being this kid and we'll call him Alan. Alan was not a good boy. Alan did a lot of drugs, beat up a lot of people, and had a lot of weapons. For some reason, he loved me and wanted to take me under his wing. Through thick and thin, he was just taking care of me. Basically, he just had my back through thick and thin. And all of Alan's friends had also taken a liking to me too. The teachers, honestly, were so scared of him because they literally did nothing to help me in these situations. But honestly, that was the whole gist of my whole entire school. Like, my school was a bad school. When people hear that I went to my school, they're like, oh, like, you're trash. And I have to prove myself that I'm not trash. Like, that's how my school was. A big reason why I got suspended is because the teachers and security were too busy eating the asses of the bad kids, like, to be nice to the good kids. Mood. While I'm, like, going to class and making it to class on time, never cut a class in my life, the teachers are over in the corner eating the ass of the kids who are snorting coke off of each other's So throughout the year, Alan started out really nice to me and then started getting, like, progressively more aggressive. It started out as friendship and then it started just becoming like bullying and I was like his little I was so scared. You saw how I looked. Like, what am I gonna do? Flop my titties at him? Like, honestly, I was so fat. He started like stealing my pens. If you know me, you know how serious I take my pens. Like, I grow an attachment to my pen. And there was this one pen that my mom made for me out of duct tape. I loved it. He took it. I was like, no, 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 no. My mom gave that to me. Please don't break that. I love it. And he was like, is your mom dead? No. And he just snapped it. He broke it. The pen my mom made for me. And then, yeah, he just wanted to make me like a worse kid. So at one point, he took like this little bag of weed, which I had no idea what weed looked like at the time. And he planted it in my backpack. 4 periods later, I find this bag of weed in my backpack. And I was like, what am I gonna do? My luck, they would have the dogs come in and check for weed. And like, there'd be little fat me like, oh, it's not mine, it's my friend's. Like, it was terrifying. At one point, he took out a knife and made me give him my lunch money. This is literally a movie in the 1990s. He was holding me at knife point. I had to give him my freaking lunch money. I needed to eat.
So sad.
So sad.
Dude, it was so sad.
Oh, it gets worse. Because it wasn't like a sit-down class. It was like a workshop type of go do your own thing. We had a door leading to the outside and the kids would literally be outside smoking and my teacher would be like, cute, quirky, not doing anything about it because he was literally scared of these scary-ass gang member-ass kids who were holding people at knife point and breaking my pens. I'll get to the main part of the story. So one day, they brought in this bag. They were hiding this bag and when I kind of looked over their shoulder and saw it, it was a bag of pills. I've never done anything like that. Till this day, I've never done pills. I don't do that. I immediately like was trying not to notice because I didn't want anything to do with it. I wound up catching their eye. They saw how scared I was and like bullies and stuff like feed off that stuff. They love when people are scared or uncomfortable. This was a while ago so I don't remember exactly what they were saying, but they were kind of making comments about me and these pills and I was like really scared. I didn't want anything to do with that. So here I am. I like turn my back and I'm like, oh, like My robot's walking. What's your robot doing? Alan started telling me, like, Andrew, you have to do these pills. And I was like, no way, I'm not doing it. He was like, do these pills or you're a and if you tell on us, we're gonna kick the out of you. I kind of went throughout the whole class, like, this back and forth, like, no, I'm not gonna do it, trying to ignore them. The kid who's being bullied, who, like, doesn't want to look or, like, pay attention to the bullies. Me. That was me. They start crushing up these pills because in order to snort pills, they have to be powder. People are gonna be like, how do you know that? But, like, it's common sense. I've never done it, but...
In the media, videos.
And common sense. Like,
YouTubers.
Literally, YouTube parties.
Oh my god.
The bell rings and I'm walking out and literally like a movie, I feel myself being pulled back. They grabbed my big ass backpack, pulled me back, and in one swift motion, the one grabbed my jaw like this. You think I'm lying? Grabbed my jaw like this. Like I was about to be killed. I obviously like gasped when they did it. The second I gasped, they blew this powder up my nose. Peter Pan, like I'm about to fly. And I took a huge waft of this crushed up pill that I still to this day have no idea what it was. So I was like, I'm fine, I'm good. Obviously I didn't feel anything right away, so I was like, it's fine. Maybe like it didn't all go in my nose, like whatever, I don't know. I felt it in the back of my throat. It was like a hefty inhale of the powder, whatever it was. Maybe like an hour later, I started feeling weird. I was dizzy, I started just thinking weird things, I don't know. So I was like, oh, like, let me go to the nurse, they'll help me. I go to the nurse and I told her I had a headache because I couldn't say anything more because he said he was gonna kick the shit out of me if I said anything else. She sat me down and I remember hearing her talking to the other nurse, like something about my eyes, like they were glazed over or they looked weird. Like, do they know? I don't know. I was hoping that they would know on their own because I wanted help, but I was scared that they were gonna kick the shit out of me. All of a sudden, the nurse comes up to me, and I was kind of close with her because I had asthma, obviously, so I was there all the time. She came up to me, and she literally looks me dead in the eyes and goes, "You're high." Me and the other nurse both agree that you're high. We're gonna have to send you to the principal's office. And I was like, mortified. Don't get me wrong, I was in trouble all the time for the dumbest shit, like I said. So I go to the principal's office and I sit down, and the dean wound up being one of my teachers. And I told him, I was like, I literally didn't do drugs, like I swear I didn't. And he was like, what did you do? How many did you do? Why'd you do them? Literally hitting me with all these questions. And obviously, like I was a 5th grade lesbian, I just started crying. And I'm sitting there, like a grown-ass 14-year-old crying. On drugs. They told me that they were gonna have to suspend me for they did not know how long. And they were thinking about expelling me because I did drugs in school. My parents had to come pick me up. They knew I didn't do it, so I wound up getting home. My mom wound up calling the school, and I was listening on the other line. She didn't know that. I was like, Mom, just literally try to get me back in school. Use anything. My mom's literally on the other line of the phone. He's fat and gets made fun of. Please just let him back. He would never do anything like this. And I was like, you could, like, Mom, you could have used something else. She had to wind up telling them what happened, but I would not say who it was. The end result was me getting let back in school. It didn't even matter because the next 4 years I was always in the principal's office. I was always getting in trouble because the teachers were crooked. Except the ones that I'm friends with on Facebook. Love you guys. And that's just one of my little stories. There's a lot more where that came from. But yeah, I hope you guys like that story. I was always in some sort of trouble, and you guys will hear so many of those stories because they are ridiculous. I'm just always right. If you guys did like this video, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. And I think I'm going to be posting another video this week, which is going to be a collab with...
I'm from Tennessee! Actually, I am though, so it's fine.
Actually, I'm not posting that video anymore. No, I'm just kidding. Keep an eye out for that. When I do a collab that's like not a story time, I'm going to try to post 2 times a week or more. And don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe. And follow me on all my social medias, which are going to be in the description below. And yeah, until this week, actually, I will see you guys this week. Bye!